Hi. Why do you smell weird? Anyhow, hi. This is me. Probably going to be far more chaotic than the last video, but we'll see. Masking is really hard for me not to do. Oh, that feels so much better. So this is more about me kind of personally, just more rambling. You can get to know my personality. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. That was a human. Which means I'm going to try to unmask my ADHD. I apologize in advance for this chaos. But what the heck is the point of having videos and stuff about me being neurodivergent if I'm going to try to be neurotypical? Because that is dumb. That's not my point. I am here to be me. I'm also trying to teach myself to unmask, which is complicated, a struggle, hard. Yeah. Anyhow, okay, so me. One thing about me, my brain, I retain all of the facts, literally about anything I ever look at. I also get super excited about literally anything you throw at me. I will research anything. So if you hear me mention something in passing and I don't know about it, haha, I can move now. This is why my videos are so long, because like, I should probably get an editing software, and maybe I will at some point, but like, honestly, I don't care right now. Like, this is who I am. If you don't like me, just move on. I'm sure there are other, like, mental health awareness videos that are slightly less chaotic, but this is where I am. Anyhow, focus. Self. Touch. I'm fine. So anyhow, if you have questions about literally anything that I mention and I don't know about it, I will go research it. That's one of the reasons why I've been talking about autism, slow down, a lot lately, is because now that I'm looking into it, my brain is like, yes, must hyper focus. Ooh, scrapbook. This is me. Some things that I love. Backtrack. So special interest is the term for something that an autistic person is extremely interested in, something they love. I don't have my Austen books with me. Dang it. I'll rant about that later. So oftentimes you hear kind of the stereotypical one for little boys, it's trains or cars or airplanes. Little girls often go undiagnosed because they get obsessed with glitter or color or horses, which are kind of normal girl things. Fruit snacks. One of the things that I also tend to do is if I see something, I will just say the words. Usually tends to be if it's something that I find is a fun word to say, like, or I'll say it with a weird inflection. So if that happens, just ignore me. Right, special interest. When I was younger, I hardcore shamed myself for the fact that I would obsess about things. I do not know why. I don't know where I picked that up. It's something that I'm passionate about now, is not shaming people for getting obsessed about things. That's a whole other video. Anyhow, the point is that somewhere between shaming myself and the ADHD, I have a ton of what I kind of call mini special interests. Again, these are words that apply to me. I don't know that they apply to other people. But I get obsessed with learning about anything. If you put something in front of me, I want to know everything that I can about it. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if it came from me denying myself most special interest highlighter as a child. Or if my special interest is just learning. I don't know. But I will research everything that I can. So some different things that I call them passionate about at this point, I guess. I love antiques. Cranberry glass is amazing. I love it. I have so many antiques. It's not even funny. Also, random disclaimer, I'm currently living at my parents' house. I had an apartment, but because of chronic illnesses / the pandemic / I kind of just got to the point where I was like, okay, I can be independent, but why? I like my parents. I like the land that we live on. We have a nice property. I'll show you guys sometime. So anyhow, I'm back at my parents right now. We're planning on eventually adding on to, like, putting another house on our property that I can move into. Until then, I'm with my parents, so I'm squished into my old room. Oh, it's a mess in here. It's organized, but it's a mess. Where was I? Antiques. I love cars and trucks. My first vehicle was a truck. I love plants. I love plants so much. Plants are so cool, guys. Flowers are so cool. You should have seen me. So, last year, Phipps Conservatory near me, flower garden thing, did a Van Gogh theme. Oh my gosh. Doctor Who. It's so great. I love Van Gogh and I love flowers. I ran around that thing like a kid at Christmas. Plants. My mother used to work, well, my aunt and uncle had a, ouch, legs, ow, greenhouse growing up, and I kind of started my life out there, so I love plants. My dad was an ironworker, so I love construction-related things. I love rocks. I have always loved rocks. Rocks are fascinating, and now I teach about them, and I love rocks so much. I am currently addicted to Criminal Minds. I'm on season 8. Yes, I just started season 8. Oh, well, that was sad. Oh, good, it didn't shut off. I have the most ridiculous setup right now. Because I spent the last 2 hours... Oh, come on. You were fine a minute ago. Thank you. I spent the last 2 hours trying to research something from my childhood, and then I was like, I'm going to go record videos. How did it take people this long to realize that I was not neurotypical? So anyhow, I'm currently obsessed with Criminal Minds and will rant forever about opinions on Criminal Minds, if you're interested. I also love Doctor Who. Binge watched most of it through... I didn't get to the end of Clara's arc. I don't know why, I just stopped and then never got back to it. That happens sometimes. I think it's the ADHD. Got distracted. Like, literally binge watched all of New Who within like a month and a half and then just stopped. And I've seen the first season of 13. I love 13 so much. I love office supplies. I have an obsession with office supplies. Hashtag teacher. I love Minions. That's a long story. I have seen none of the Minion movies, but I love the Minions. That's just, yeah. My one and only true hyperfixate special interest that I can identify is the Austin Dam. I'm not even going to start. I could go on about the Austin Dam for an hour. We're not going to start, because I will not stop. Anyhow, green is my favorite color. Gee, could you guess? Could you guess that green was my favorite color? I never would have guessed. I also love zebras. This is ZB. I've had ZB since I was a baby. And ZB comes attached to Nunny. Spelled Noogney, because I was like 8 when I decided to figure out how to spell that. I'm trying to resist the urge to call myself a weird kid, because that's what I've called myself forever, but now I just realized that I'm autistic, and I don't want to call autistics weird. I mean, we are, but like, acceptance. Anyhow, ZB and Nunny are the two things that should have told everybody I was autistic. Nunny has taken many shapes over the years, but it's always some piece of fabric. I love to rub Nunny between my fingers. Always have, always will. I have always taken Nunny with me on sleepovers. I used to get teased for, being a teenager and having a... You're masking. Stop it. Used to get teased for having a zebra and a stuffed animal and a random piece of fabric. I realize now they were stims. This has always been my calming stim. And essentially, for about the last 10-ish years, this has been the primary stim that I've lived off of. Which I'm now like, holy heck, how did I survive? Meh. Ooh, 9 minutes and 30-some seconds. Whenever I do that, it means I got a text message. One of these days I'm going to get like a GoPro and maybe actually set something up, because I want to start a science channel as well. But the world is in chaos. We are suffering a global trauma, and I just found out that I'm autistic. Like, my brain can't take anymore right now. So this is where we are. So I apologize if the camera just goes at some point in time. I I forget to breathe sometimes too, and I don't know if that's the asthma or the autism or the ADHD or just me. Anyhow, so those are just some like mini personal facts about me. I currently have 2 dogs. We had 13 pets at one point because we had a stray that then had 10 puppies. I'm pretty much, if you want to ask a question, any question, ask it. If I'm not comfortable answering it, I will tell you. Please don't be offended if I tell you that I'm not comfortable answering a question, because I have a myriad of reasons. I love big words. I always have. Also, Anne of Green Gables is autistic, and I will fight you if you try to argue with me. Actually, I won't, because I'll curl up in a ball and cry because rejection-sensitive dysphoria, but that's beside the point. I have a Doctor Who mask. I'm going to stop talking now because I have other videos that I want to make. Anyhow, so that was get to know me more personally. Yeah, feel free to ask any question that you want. I'm open. I hide almost nothing. There's a few secrets that I have, but it's very hard to offend me. And I'm probably open about answering any question, and if I'm not, I'll just tell you, and then we move on with our lives. Okay, I'm gonna talk about STEM toys next. How do I... Right, okay. Where's it? Bye-bye.